another one dealing with the election. And actually, all they were was just running packages, live packages. I didn't do Q&A.
I'm used to the Q&A. At least one question.
I did have to do Q&A that same day because in DC it had been shot and the package didn't roll. And the anchor did ask me some question that I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I had to like tap dance through it. Hey, what's going on? How's good? How's it going? Good weekends? Yeah. Wonderful.
Oh, well, that'll probably work better.
Yeah, there we go.
Doing it the way the mama asked me. The mama told me to do it. She told me that.
Somewhere over there, I think. Mind if I stick mine up there?
Yeah, that's well brought.
Yes. Yeah, this is fine. This should be fine. Y'all can.
If everybody can come,
Yeah.
get behind her,
Bring out
please.
just a little bit, get the pictures down.
Yeah, everybody. Malachi for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can we move? You want to move this one over in?
I think it'll be fine. Yeah.
Still see this one?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We got three. That's really good.
You can catch that one in the angle?
We'll catch all of
I
them.
want that smile. His beautiful smile. Oh, right here. Oh, okay. Oh, this is my therapist, counselor therapist, Don Miller. Should the counselor say something?
Michelle, you could. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, just go up. Whoever got a sign, can you just like kind of go up on the stairs? Please, thank you. Our immediate family, if you got a shirt on, can you come stand right here?
We're waiting for. Are we waiting for CVS and 11? I would like to. I'm about to call them. His name is JoJo. You know JoJo from 11 Alive?
That's 11 Alive, JoJo.
Yeah, he's on the way. Okay. I have his number.
He's a good guy.
Okay. You say we can wait on him out there?
All day. For JoJo.
Maya. Miss Alexander, that's my daughter.
How you doing? Represent Hamilton. We'll see tomorrow. I mean, Wednesday at the Board of Revenue. From my understanding, they vote on it.
Yeah.
They vote on both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you get your
No, I got that.
Yeah. Thank God. That's why I'm being patient.
If the rain could just hold off,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I could just say.
You're on umbrella either?
No,
Lord, Jesus.
put mine under there because this one I had this accident when it was
What
raining.
happened?
Broke my hand right here.
Oh my goodness. Fail? Oh, oh, wow.
You all right?
You already know property.
This is some property I just had.
Oh, yeah. That's why it's kind of hard to even put in words, from a therapeutic standpoint. A lot of times we don't go get counsel, talk through,
We got the
work
rain,
through.
we got the
That's what it's all about.
It won't not
That's the problem.
And it still needs to
Because a lot of times we self-medicate all that other stuff versus sitting down, talking, working through the process. So that's what I'm doing with her and the family, walking through the whole grief process more than anything else. But it's a tragedy. Anytime you lose anything can be a tragedy, but to lose a child, that's even more. So she asked me to be here. I was like, sure. Yeah, I'll say a little something. Just a little something, man. Yeah, I should have wrote something down, but I always go for something. But it is a big thing. This is the situation. Mind blowing.
Just so you know, where you go. Okay.
She said she was
Yeah,
still waiting
yeah,
on
yeah,
her.
yeah,
No.
yeah. That's
Just
probably.
say go ahead, get started, and then do a one-on-one with them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Because we'll probably all want to do a one-on-one after.
Yeah, because then I can do CVS and her at the same time. But at least she can start on
But
her.
it can bring that.
Okay. So we're gonna have. Are we gonna be able to do it twice? Because CBS and 11 Alive will be here at 11:30. So I'm gonna do them first. Yeah. Is Miss Yolanda? How are we doing this? Is it? I didn't know. I thought it was just.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay. Do I need a microphone?
That's what
Oh,
Got all the mics in front of you.
It's okay, it's okay.
You got them in front of you.
It's all right.
Got it. Oh, we're ready?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My name is Kenya Mitchell, and I am here regarding the death of my son, Malachi Mitchell, who was 21 years old and fatally shot on January 29, 2025. January 29, 2025, my son was tragically killed and murdered during a firearm sale. The buyer came to pick Malachi Mitchell up from his home. Malachi Mitchell got in the car with the buyer as a passenger. When Malachi got in the car, according to Douglas County law enforcement statement, after the sale was completed, the driver then pulled out a second firearm and fatally shot Malachi Mitchell several times. After he shot Malachi Mitchell several times, he then rode around with Malachi Mitchell's lifeless body in the passenger seat for a period of time before he was pulled over for reckless driving and running through red lights. When he was pulled over for reckless driving and running through red lights, Douglas County Sheriff Deputy saw Malachi Mitchell in the passenger seat shot to death. They then took the killer in for questioning and let him go within a few hours of killing Malachi Mitchell. There was no booking. There is no police report. There is no 911 call, and there are no traffic tickets. There is no paper trail for Malachi Mitchell's murder on January 29, 2025. Myself, Kenya Mitchell, has not heard from Douglas County authorities or law enforcement in over 6 months. Not one visit to my door. I did receive a phone call on August 1st from a DA advocate letting me know that the file is under review. Now, I was told that information from a reputable source 3 weeks ago, but it took for me to go on V103, for me to go on Fox 5, for me to go on 11 Alive, for me to get a 10-minute phone call from a DA advocate from Douglas County. And still no answers. Only, Miss Mitchell, it's under review. I don't know how many times Malachi Mitchell was shot. I don't know where Malachi Mitchell was shot. I don't know why Malachi Mitchell was shot. And I don't know why the killer is still walking free to this day with no charges. And they continue to protect his name, the killer. Now they say, Douglas County says that they are protecting the killer's name due to possible gang retaliation. However, I am deeply concerned by that, considering that us as a community, if this gang is such a threat to the point that they are covering and protecting a cold-blooded murderer, I feel as though they should let the community at large know what is the name of this gang. What does this gang look like for the safety of our community? I am puzzled that they have not released the killer's name. And in the 2-minute statement that they made, it's very concerning because the law enforcement officer sounds very defensive. The law enforcement officer clearly states cold-blooded murder, almost, to my understanding, premeditated if you have a second firearm. Malachi Mitchell was not shot with the firearm that he was selling. The firearm that Malachi was selling was never fired. And after the sale was completed, that means Malachi Mitchell was unarmed. After the sale was completed, those were your words, Douglas County. After the sale was completed, the driver, the killer, pulled out a second firearm and fatally shot Malachi Mitchell. We have no answers. We have a killer walking free because Douglas County lack of investigation. What story, and the way that the Douglas County law enforcement made that statement, he was very confident about that statement, but it's a little concerning because you only have one side of the story. My son is deceased. I am his voice. I am Malachi Mitchell's voice. That is never gonna go away. I am Malachi Mitchell's voice for the rest of your life and for the rest of my life. I am Malachi Mitchell's voice. And it is my duty for everyone to know the truth about what happened to Malachi Mitchell on January 29th. And me as the mother, when I got to the scene between 2:42 a.m. and 2:46 a.m., there was only a corner van there with the doors open, no stretcher. All I could see was a silver type compartment. There was no stretcher, so my son was on the ground, Douglas County. Where's the crime scene, Douglas County? I am here for answers. I am here for answers, and I'm not going to leave until these answers are brought to me and my family and my community and my family and my friends about Malachi Mitchell. Now, they're creating a narrative to put slander on Malachi Mitchell's name, to continue to create a narrative about Malachi Mitchell. Now, I am a deep believer that the truth shall prevail. There's no reason for me to sit up here and defend the man, Malachi Mitchell, because the truth is the truth and it don't need no proof. Time will prevail the truth behind all of this. And I am more deeply concerned that Douglas County has done this to not my family, but several and dozens of families. Douglas County has went silent on dozens of families that deserve answers. And I'm here for them as well. I'm standing for all of the families, Douglas County, Paulding County, all the counties, for the investigators that are not doing their job, and we suffer from their silence. And not to mention, we as taxpayers are paying for the lawsuits that are piling up in their office because of their silence. Now, if you don't want to stand for justice, stand for them taking your dollar, because you as a taxpayer are paying for the thousands of lawsuits Douglas County has piling up. And that's public records. And also, Mr. 10 Pounds is also supported by the Republicans. That's also public records, where they've put forth over $250,000 behind Mr. 10 Pounds, and that's public records. Now, I'm here to get justice for my son, but I'm also here to speak up for the rest of the families of Douglas County and Paulding County that you, Douglas County, have done to them. Because Douglas County is family operated. Douglas County is family operated. Now I'm going to allow the only person who came to my door February 'Door from officials, from state officials, is Miss Sylvia Wafer Baker. She honored Malachi Mitchell with a proclamation at his beautiful service on February 21st, 2025. Now, I beg the public to stand with me for justice, because I'm not going nowhere. This is the first of many. I will stand out here in the rain. I will stand out here in the snow. I will stand out here in sunshine. I will stand out here no matter what, Douglas County. How can you sleep at night knowing you took a person's son away from them and left them with no answers, as if their child was a dog on the street, and the killer walking around making posts bragging about getting away with cold-blooded murder? So is that the message you send in Douglas County? Douglas County, are you sending a message that we can kill somebody and ride around with them recklessly and walk away and go live our life? Is that what you're telling us, Douglas County? Because the Douglas County I know, if we look the wrong way, you're gonna pull us over and take us to jail. The Douglas County that I know, if I go in Walmart and take a piece of gum, you have the right to remain silent. Do not speak. So who allowed this killer to speak, to walk out of the jail with nothing within hours before I even knew the identity of my son? Douglas County, you didn't even do fingerprints to confirm the identity of Malachi Mitchell, and the killer was at home with his family within 12 hours of the murder. What investigation did you do? And Douglas County, when I ask you, what made you let him leave the scene? Douglas County, you told me the statement and the evidence at the time, you made the best decision. I challenge that, Douglas County. What evidence can you have within hours of a murder? This is a murder. This is a murder. This is a murder. My son was murdered. Do you understand me? My son was murdered. This ain't no, he got hit in the face with a slap. No, you slapped his mother in the face and you killed my son. You killed my son and you slapped his mother in the face with no answers. Now, Miss Sylvia Baker,
good morning, everyone, or is it afternoon? I'm Sylvia Wafer Baker, State Representative for House District 64. I stand here today to affirm the right of every family to seek answers and every community to feel heard. I stand today with Kenya Mitchell, the mother of Malachi Mitchell, a beloved son, and a community member whose life was tragically cut short under deeply troubling circumstances. It's been over 6 months since Malachi was shot and killed during a late night gun sale right here in Douglas County. And since then, there's been silence. No arrest, no accountability, no answers. As a legislator, I believe that justice delayed is justice denied. As a citizen, I believe that every life matters and deserves the full protection and pursuit of truth by our justice system. So this is not just about one family's pain. It's about public trust, public safety, and the value that we place in human lives right here in the state of Georgia. Today, we are out here for 3 reasons. Well, more, but just 3 top reasons. We're asking for transparency, we're asking for justice, and we're asking for urgency. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Don Miller. I'm a licensed professional counselor here with the E-Effect. I met Ms. Mitchell just recently, about a month ago, and I provide therapy for her children regarding this tragedy. It is a tragedy to have a loss, any type of loss, but especially a kid. So my goal is to try to help her navigate through a lot of the pain that she's experiencing, sleep disorder going on, and even with her children, situations with them in school, missing their brother. So it's a lot when you have a loss and how it has impacted her, her family, and even her friends. So I'm staying here with her to continue with this effort to try to get everything right regarding the criminal aspect of it, but more so for her to continue to move forward.
Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Al Bartell. I'm a critical stakeholder of the Street Groomers Human Rights Initiative and chairman of the World Human Rights Network. Against the background of the Constitution of Georgia, Constitution of our nation, and the Constitution of this county, we now have a human rights issue. Whereas the rights of this young man has not been forthrightly addressed, we have a human rights issue. Whereas the rights of this mother has not been forthrightly addressed, we have a human rights issue. Whereas the rights of this family and this community, we have a human rights issue. In the due diligence of the two state representatives that are here, we now have a human rights issue. As such, the World Human Rights Network will draw up a declaration of human rights and submit it to this entire county commission on 4 points. Like the representative said, the accountability is missing. The transparency is missing. When accountability is missing in the accountability of a government entity, it is a human rights issue and must be declared as so. When transparency is missing, when it comes to the death of a human being, it is a human rights issue. And so as the World Human Rights Network, we now accept the accountability to deliver a declaration of human rights to this county on account of this family, on account of this mother and her broken heart. She deserves to stand forth and communicate. She deserves to have her heart be taken care of, and she deserves the full measure of the Constitution of this nation, the full measure of the Constitution of this state, and the full measure of the Constitution of this county. And we shall invoke that accountability with a declaration of human rights henceforth as we move forward in the dawn of the 21st century. My name is Al Bartell, and I'm chairman of the World Human Rights Network and a critical stakeholder of the Street Groomers Human Rights Initiative. Thank you.
So we stand here demanding justice, and we deserve answers, and we deserve transparency. Why is it that someone else's mother gets to hold their son who is a murderer? Yet I had to put my son up. I can't even grieve because I had to fight for answers I shouldn't have to fight for. I shouldn't have to be fighting for these answers. I shouldn't be here right now. I should be healing. I should be somewhere healing. But now my healing is delayed because justice is now. So justice delayed, healing delayed. That's not fair. My son is already gone in Douglas County. Justice delayed is healing delayed. Come out and give us something. If he can go home within hours of fatally shooting Malachi Mitchell multiple times, if he can go home from shooting Malachi Mitchell multiple times, I should have something. I should have something. Silence. Silence from everyone. Silence. Silence. Is this how the community, this is the community you guys want to be a part of? You guys want to be a part of a community where they turn the other cheek when your child is murdered, all because of connections or whatever? All justice is for all. It's not a pick and choose. This is not a pick and choose. Everyone deserves justice. Everyone deserves justice. Why is it when a crackhead overdose, they go and charge the drug dealer? Where's the justice? Where is the justice? And we're paying Douglas County citizens, we are paying tax dollars for these lawsuits that Douglas County is getting from numerous families. That doesn't bother you? It doesn't bother you that your child or your loved one can be killed, and as long as the killer know the right person, you get no justice? Does that not bother you? That don't bother you? Well, it bothers me. And it's going to continue to bother me. Because this isn't just a problem in Douglas County, this is a problem all over the country. Law enforcement. It's not a race thing, okay? I want everybody standing with me. White, black, Asian, Spanish, I don't care. Because what's right is right and wrong is wrong, and humans are humans. This is a blue thing. Don't ever get it misconstrued. It's a blue thing. They want us to think it's a black-white thing. It's not a black-white thing. It's a blue thing. People are so held up on having titles. People are so held up on having titles and don't even do the right thing with the titles. Have the title and don't even do the right thing with the title. How you sleep at night? Because they've been doing it so long, it's normal to them. That's how. That's how they sleep at night. That's how they're able to be silent. Because they've been doing it so long, it's normal. And guess what? Guess what their mind frame is? Who gonna check them? Kenya Mitchell and the team. That's who. We're challenging for answers. We're demanding answers.
Yes, we are.
We're demanding transparency and we're demanding justice.
Yes, we are.
And justice for all. Yes. Justice for Malachi. 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 Justice for Malachi.
Justice for Malachi. Justice for Malachi. Justice for Malachi. Justice for Malachi.
And I just, one thing right there, Miss Valerie Vi. Miss Valerie Vi, the judge who lived behind my home, right here behind you guys, who works for Douglas County. She's a probate judge for Douglas County Sheriff, and she lives directly behind my home. And she had the footage of my son getting, yes, Miss Valerie Vi. Yes, Miss Valerie Vi. Yes, Miss Valerie Vi.
We need answers.
We need answers. And she had the footage of my son getting into the vehicle with the footage of my son getting in the vehicle with the killer, and then she moved up and moved out of nowhere. Up and moved out of nowhere after my attorney and myself left several notes and several everything at her door. All of a sudden, she up and left and moved, vanished after my attorneys and myself tried to get the video footage from Miss Valerie Vi. And from my understanding, 10 pounds, you put Miss Valerie Vi in office, and Miss Valerie Vi is a Henry County resident, and she wasn't even a Douglas County resident. She didn't have nothing. Come on, my sister. She didn't have nothing. Now y'all want to come for the Malachi Mitchell team? Baby, you got to come for Malachi Mitchell team. They put the Republicans put 10 pounds in office. Hello. Yep. Sure did. And I'ma tell it. I'ma tell it every time. I'ma tell it every time. Every time I'ma tell it. Valerie Vi was paid to be in office by the Republicans. She wasn't even a Douglas County resident. She was a Henry County resident with a whole lot of debt. She sure did. Go find Miss Christina Peterson. Go find Miss Christina Peterson, okay? They pushed her out of office because she got a mouth, she got a voice, and she knew stuff wasn't going right. Now, you want to respond to that, Douglas County? Or you want to respond what happened to Malachi Mitchell? Which one? Because we want answers for both. We want answers for both. You can't be this low down to the community that you vowed to protect and serve. You have a duty, you have a loyalty to the community. You understand me? You have a loyalty to the community. You sworn to have a loyalty and to protect and serve the community. Do your job. Do your job. Sure, absolutely.
As an elected official, you probably have the best connection to talk to other elected officials. Have you had a chance to talk to the sheriff or anyone about how this case has been handled?
I reached out to the sheriff early on, maybe around the 1st of February, before I reached out to Ms. Mitchell. I got no response. Maybe a week later, I did receive a voice message from, I believe it was a gentleman. I don't even remember his name, but it wasn't a very positive message that he left. So other than that, nothing from law enforcement, but I am getting a lot of support from different state representatives and legislatures, because this is a problem that's it's not unique to Ms. Mitchell. This is unique to any mother that has lost a son. This is a problem for this community that's looking for justice, answers, and transparency. So
And to that point, I think that when you talk to certain people, there is, and it's not unique to this specific case, but that some officials in Douglas County, the sheriff's office being one of them, is not as transparent as others. For example, this particular case, there was no press release saying that someone was killed. I know I found out about this because Ms. Mitchell posted something on social media. Most law enforcement agencies, whether it is a homicide, so even in some cases it's a suicide in a public setting, usually they let the community know. This did not happen in this case. Is there a reason, a good reason, why law enforcement would not be transparent immediately, even if you're protecting an investigation, but just being upfront? Hey, something happened.
that's why I'm standing here today. That's why these people are standing to the left and the right of me today. There is nothing. Silence, crickets, no answers, no accountability. It's nothing. That's why we're here today, seeking answers.
What was the message that you said that wasn't so positive?
I'm sorry?
You said you got a message that wasn't so positive from the sheriff's office?
It was basically, this is under investigation. We're not going to be influenced by public pressure or by representatives or people in a capacity to do something. So it's basically hands off.
And that was like a spokesperson, that wasn't the sheriff?
I believe it was a spokesperson. It definitely was not the sheriff. When I called, the first time I called, I did ask for him. He wasn't in. I was transferred to a voicemail, which was, I believe, the second in command, which is a female. I don't remember her name. So I did leave a message, and probably about a week later, I did get a return phone call, which was a message.
Ms. Mitchell, can I ask you a question? Absolutely. The DA's office says that they hope to have this wrapped up within 30 days. Does that give you resolve?
No, that's news to me. I didn't know that they said that they would have it wrapped up in 30 days. That's news to me. Did they tell you that?
Yeah.
So they told you they would have it wrapped up in 30 days? When did they tell you that information?
This morning.
Oh, this morning. How convenient. How convenient, Douglas County. How convenient. It'll be wrapped up in 30 days? But I haven't heard from them in 6 months. What can you throw together in 30 days? If you let the man go in 30 minutes, why I have to wait 6 months and 30 days or 7 months and 30 days for some type of something? That doesn't give me resolve, not at all. It actually makes me a little more mad.
You think that she said it was under review? Her office just got it a few weeks ago, she said.
July 9th or something, the beginning of July. Why did it take, go ahead, I'm sorry.
That was the question.
Why did it take 6 months just for them to get the file? What was Douglas County doing all that time? Hiding, covering up. What were they doing? I just don't know what they were doing for 6 months. And now all of a sudden you can rush and have it done in 30 days? No, you got to take that somewhere else, Douglas County. That may satisfy y'all. That don't satisfy me. That don't satisfy me at all.
Some of my law enforcement sources suggest that the shooter was defending himself.
Okay.
And that your son was attempting to rob him. What do you say to that?
Okay, you said people are saying that. Who said this now?
Law enforcement source.
The law enforcement source, right. The one who's protecting the killer said that. Okay, so did they leave out the part that the killer reached out to my son to buy that gun? My son wasn't looking for him. He was looking for my son, okay? My son is a security technician for the Marriott, for all the hotels in the United States of America. So my son hop on Big Delta. Y'all know Big Delta? He hop on Big Delta and go all over the country and does security wiring for all the big hotels. He reached out to my son, okay? My son didn't go looking for him. And again, why did he go pick up my son? If my son, I mean, come on, guys. Let's use logic here. If my son was going to rob somebody, why would he come have the guy that he wants to rob come pick him up from his house and get in the car with him? And if my son was doing the robbing, wouldn't my son be the one with the second gun? Come on, stop asking me questions you know the answers to. And to the gang retaliation, what's the name of the gang? Shouldn't we know that? We need to be protected as a community. If this gang is so bad to protect the killer, please let us know. What do they look like? Where can we please let us know so we can protect ourselves? Because obviously they are really dangerous if they're protecting a murderer. And we need to know immediately. Now, they may could get all of that. They've been doing it so long that they think they got their little script together, baby. You're going to have to come better to Kenya Mitchell. You got to come better for Malachi Mitchell. You got to come better for the Mitchell team and all the teams standing for him. You got to come harder for us. You have to make it make sense. Nothing makes sense. And back to your point, Mr. Kevin. Back to your point. Why was there no press release? Someone riding around with a deceased body in the car shot multiple times. That's not normal. I shouldn't have been the one to take it to the press. That's the law enforcement job. I should have been, that should have been, everybody should have been woke up with the press conference in the middle of the night. Can y'all believe that this person was riding around, reckless driving with a whole deceased body in the car, shot multiple times, just riding around with him? Just riding around with him?
That's how we know it's a human rights issue.
Just riding around with him? Ain't that a disrespect to corpse? Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That's how we know it's a human
Ain't that a disrespect to corpse? See, they got an intelligent mama this time. They have a highly intelligent mama this time. You have to come correct when you come to Miss Mitchell. I'm speaking for all of everybody.
They locking them up. The money goes to the judges. They digest that money every time they bail out. 10 pounds hanging out with the bail owners and the wife. It's all connected. That's why he's always busy.
You better say it. You better.
They all connected, sister.
They're all connected in Douglas County. Tim,
Get the money.
the
Every
judge.
time you bail out, the judges get the money.
And let's not talk about how 10 pounds ain't give nobody no pay raises.
Come on.
But he got all these budgets.
Come on. 50 million.
He got all these budgets, but ain't nobody got no raise. But ain't nobody got no raise.
County taxes.
Come on, sister.
Yes, ma'am. 50 million.
Come on, sister.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, sister.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's put it out there. And you say he was on getting pictures with who?
With the Barnes man, the owner of the Barnes company. He be on vacation with him and the wife.
Oh, that's a Republican.
Oh yes. They all hang out together. They funnel it. They funnel it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They lock them up. Every time you bail out, that goes to the judges. That's their power. That's their money. That's their funds.
And this what y'all want to be a part of.
But it's gotta stop.
It has to stop.
And God chooses who
And God chooses who he
he chooses.
chooses.
And we fighting with you.
Thank
We
you.
fighting with
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
everything done in the dark got to come to the light. And it's time that it come to the light. Because it's not just your son. It's a lot of black boys sitting right now up in that Douglas County jail for simple trespassing. When did we used to lock our kids up? We used to talk to our children. We didn't want to put names on them. They're incriminating them, putting records on them so they cannot succeed. They changed it. They changed the law. That 2 or 3 people gathered will be considered a gang. So even if your boy is with 2 or 3 people on social media, they automatically connect them to a gang. You know why they connect them to the gang? Because if they connect them to the gang, there is no program to help them as a first offender to get out of that decision. And that's why they did it. So when they connect as a gang, there are programs. If this is your first offense, that you can get away with it, you can go ahead and get the pat on the back, you'll get nothing on your name. But if you are a gang affiliated, you cannot get access to those programs. Y'all better understand.
Now y'all wasn't ready.
Y'all better understand what they're doing to our children. Not just her, they're doing it to our children. And if we do not stand up for our children, you're going to constantly see this happening. And they've been doing it for a long time. There's a lot of lawsuits pending against them currently right now, as we speak right now. And that's coming out of our county money. Every time you go to the gas station and you pay those taxes, that's your money. Your property taxes, that's your money. Everything you got, that's your money, and you're paying them to put your children.
Come up here. Come on. Y'all done got some intelligent sisters. You understand me?
Talk to them. God bless you. God bless you. Listen, Douglas County, it's time. It's time, and God chooses to use whoever he chooses to use. And we're sorry that it had to be Malachi. But God says what the devil meant for our evil, that he was going to turn it around for our good. And so this is the good. Douglas County got to wake up. We got a corrupt sheriff's department, and it's been known. It's been known. It's been funded by the Republicans. It's been known. Matter of fact, he got all of his family in there, which is a conflict of interest. Nobody has brought that up. And then you ask, what about Governor Kemp? They actually put them all together, okay? Phil Miller, all of them are coming together. And we know what we know. And we know what we know, but we will no longer be silenced. They put the politicians who they want to be in office, who's going to further their agenda. And so when you do not vote for those who not only look like you, but care about the interests of your children, then what you do is do your children and your community a disservice. You got to wake up, because I'm going to tell you something. Like she said, this is not about the color of skin, because they'll use somebody that look just like you to get their agenda done. They won't sellouts. They won't puppets. But guess what? I thank God that it happened the way that it did, because as many have died, and there's many bodies that have not been found till this day. Many have been hung up under this Douglas County Sheriff administration. This man has been around since the good old boy days. And why do you think they still keep him here? No, Pounds, time is up. Pounds family, time is up. You can threaten us, but just like Jesus said, baby, you can take this life, but God will build it back up in 3 days. Time is up. We don't care about your threats. We don't care about what you would do to us, because the Bible says a man who loves his life shall lose it, but a man who's willing to lose his life for his name's sake shall gain life. So you may take these bodies, but baby, God, vengeance is his. Vengeance is his, said the Lord. Vengeance is his. And if you don't pay now, I guarantee you will pay later. You will pay later.
Amen.
Justice for Malachi.
Amen. Justice for Malachi. 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 Justice for Malachi.
Justice for Malachi.
Now, and she just dropped all the mics. I think she should have left everyone with their mouth open. And that's how we coming. And that's how we are coming. And it's time, just like she said, it's time. And let me tell you how the Lord worked. The Lord worked. Everybody has their day, okay? Everybody has their day, from the killer to the sheriffs to the everybody has their day. Now the sheriff, from my understanding, is coming up on his term or something, huh?
He got a couple more years.
Couple more years? Okay. Because the Lord has a way of revealing everything that's been done for the last 40 years. The Lord have a way of revealing things that's been covered up for 40 years. That's all I know. Now, I'm hoping everybody can stand with us, and justice for Malachi, justice for all. If you don't understand it, you ain't never gonna understand it. You gotta stand for something or you're gonna fall for anything. And that's what they want us to do, fall for anything. But baby, I stand for something. So again, we all stand for something. So y'all gonna have to come to us a little more correct. Because we're not falling for anything. We're not falling for the narrative. We're not falling for whatever story has been put together. Because Stevie Wonder can see that this is something. And one of my good friends said that. Absolutely. And who can see it? Stevie Wonder can see this is something.
The only way the DA got involved is I called them 2 or 3 times a week.
Yep.
I called and I called and I called and I called. That's the only reason the DA got involved. They were not trying to do anything. I want that to be known. They didn't just do it and they got tired of hearing my mouth.
Yep. She called every day for the first 3 to 4 months. Not just her. Plenty of the communities called the DA. Plenty. And called the FBI. And they told her she got to go through Internal Revenue Services, wasn't it?
Internal affairs, but they
they don't have an internal affairs over pounds. And then
that's why we have to impact it from a human rights perspective. Because there's no accountability.
No accountability, and somebody has to come and intercept. I need one of these major civil rights attorneys. I need you to come over and make them come out with their hands up. The roles have been reversed. The roles have been reversed. We need y'all to come out with your hands up. That's what we need. Because the roles have been reversed. And it's not just Douglas County. This is everywhere. It's been everywhere. But it's going to take all of us to stand up and stand together and stand for something. Everybody will sit up and stand for TikTok challenges. Stand up for something that matters. Stand up for something that matters. Want to run around here doing these TikTok challenges? Challenge to stand for justice. Stand for something. Everybody want to be on these platforms acting like they this and they that. Show me that you this and that by standing for something. Stand for something. Show me. Show me that we know how to do more than what they see us doing. Let's really show them how we really do. And that's everybody. I ain't talking about one race. I'm talking about everybody that got courage. You understand me? Everybody that got courage. I don't care what your color is. Anybody that got courage and ain't scared, come over to this side. Because we stand for something over here. And we're going to do it, y'all. I got a little emotional today, a little passionate today, but we always going to do it in a graceful way. But we're going to be a little passionate. So if you're scared of passion, you might want to stay where you at. Because we coming with passion, facts, and justice.
Excuse me, could you tell me how far away from your house was Malachi's body? How did you find out about it?
Okay, so Malachi, they were on Thornton Road, which is 28 minutes from my home, at 1000 Thornton Road, which is the Home Depot on Thornton Road. So that's 20 minutes from my house. So the killer came to pick my son up and went 20 minutes with my son. And longer than that. That's just the distance that I know the location is. I don't even know how long he rode around with my son. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, do I just say thank you and end it? Oh, I'm wrong.
No. This is for news. We're going to put this on at 12:30. I've got to start editing. This is mine. So y'all can keep on going. Yeah.